Hi, Jen Gilchrist here with a weekly Oracle card reading for the week of December 2nd through 8th. And I'm going to be working with a deck I've only used a couple times. It's beautiful, but when you have so many different Oracle decks like I do, I'm sure a lot of you do, you kind of go in phases, right? The Liminal Spirit Oracle, which I love, it kind of gives me that winter hibernation feeling just looking at the energy right there, right now. But let's go ahead. And this is, who is this by? Laura Zakra. And I could be saying that name a little bit incorrect, but it's a really beautiful deck. So let's go ahead and see what messages are coming through. Quick announcement. Actually, today's the final day, or maybe you're seeing this the day before on December 2nd for 30% off. I have a whole bunch of workshops and programs at 30% off, which is the biggest sale of the year. So you want to check that out. I'll put the link in description. And oh yes, I'm so excited. I am going to be leading an in-person transformational spiritual journey and destination retreats beginning in 2025. And I have a free call that's all about spiritual ascension catalyst, how retreats, whales, and multi-dimensional vortexes. It's going to be an invitation to explore ancient wisdom of Lemuria and connect with sacred sites. It's a free call where I'll be sharing some of the answers to those topics that I shared about, as well as some of the upcoming events that I have with a wonderful limited special time pricing and bonuses for the month of December as we debut these experiences, which I'm super excited about. We're going to have one for Mount Shasta and one for swimming with the humpback whales in Morea, the island of Morea, which is also known as the ancient Lemuria energy, right? So very exciting. Okay, the first card is Roots. And these have very extensive, if you have this deck, they have very extensive descriptions. I read intuitively. I feel what I'm seeing here has to do with grounding. So I definitely feel like that moving into the hibernation of the winter, right? Giving yourself time to have some self-care, self-reflective time, really ground. Look at this. Like as you ground your ideas, like as you give yourself time to hibernate is what I'm getting from this card right now, at least. And you ground your energy and you give yourself that reflective space, look at what gets to sprout. And there may not be leaves on those branches yet, but look at how vibrant and strong, as above, so below. And then, in the coming months, come the springtime, then we get to, we're planting our garden basically before we can see the fruits of our labor. And that's kind of what's coming up with this card. It's important to be grounded, get centered, get reflective, and really focus your ability to maybe realign or reevaluate what's coming in the year ahead. Okay. And this card says leader. So again, I read very intuitively. I'm sure that the descriptions could have another meaning for them if you have the deck. But the first thing that I'm feeling is it's almost like I'm seeing these, like there's some new ideas. I'm feeling like some of them might be brand new ideas, right? Or it could symbolize three different areas of your life or three different branches of your business. It could mean different things, but it does feel like in some, at least for some of it, is some new ideas and information, right? Kind of how I have the retreats. That's something I've been wanting to do, but is finally birthing, right? Some of you might be writing a book. Others it might be starting a business. Others might have nothing to do with business. I just know a lot of you feel called to share your gifts and be of service in the world. So I'm just kind of seeing like these are like the seeds that we're talking about, right? You want to get clear, you get grounded, and then it's kind of like focusing your attention on maybe the top two or three priorities. Another thing that's coming in is that maybe you're feeling a little bit, you could be, if you're not careful, kind of more like pay attention to not getting overly distracted into a lot of different areas. To see if you can focus on 1 to 3 things that you really want to put your attention on growing and expanding. And don't allow, I'm seeing kind of like the wind of change, right? Wind of change just came through, but I was seeing it as also distraction, like noticing, it feels like, yeah, so apparently winds of change are in the air, which is sort of what we were speaking to, but then also careful of getting distracted or over busied. It's really important to give yourself that time to just be grounded and centered. Being in nature could be really powerful as well if you have the space for it. And I love this fish, the fish card. And so a couple of things are coming up. First, it's like be your unique self. I know that some of you feel I don't know, maybe like the outcast of the family or like you don't quite fit in or a fish out of water, right? Kind of that energy. So part of this is like as you're cultivating what it is you're going to put your attention on and wanting to grow in your life, whether it's personally, professionally, spiritually, it's about being true to thyself, not needing other people's approval, letting your own uniqueness shine, be true to who you are, that kind of vibration. And also I see that the fishes, they're in the water. I see the energy of water, right? So this is kind of going into the depths of your emotions, into the depths of your heart, of your soul. Like, what is it as you're actually being called towards? And don't be worried if, because I feel like another part of it is like some of you already know what it is you want to be venturing towards, but it might be something new and you might feel, I don't think insecure is quite the right word. It's like kind of like you build confidence and mastery through repetition and over time. So anytime we start something new, we might not have a lot of certainty, maybe the correct way of looking at it, right? Maybe you're needing a little bit more certainty. Or basically what it's saying is don't wait for the certainty to get started. Like the mastery is going to come in the repetition, right? Essentially. So don't allow any insecurities or lack of confidence or lack of clarity, right? Get your clarity, get time to reflect, but you're not going to have like this A to Z blueprint figured out that's completely secured and guaranteed, especially if you're going into business for yourself, like many of you, right? Just doesn't work that way. The most best laid plans often end up shifting and changing, and you have to be adaptable. And fish can be adaptable. They move with the water, they're flowing, right? And so there's a level of getting into underneath the fear. Some of you, because waters can mean getting under the root of the emotion, tuning into your true emotions, your true desires. It could be getting underneath the fears that are holding you back. If it's manifesting as busyness or procrastination or something like that, and just be willing to step forward and kind of go your own way, forge your own path, and allow yourself to be unique or different than other people, because that's actually what makes you special. Okay. We're all special in our own way. And sometimes that can be difficult if you don't have people around you who really understand or support or understand the path that you're on, right? So I hope that resonates for you. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how that resonates. Share this with your friends and check out. I would love to see you if you're interested or I feel like a lot of you probably have the call to travel like I do. And we have some amazing things planned. So it's a completely free call. It's going to be really great. I'm going to share some pictures and some energy to anchor into from some of my recent travels to swimming with the humpback whales in Morea, as well as the energy at Mount Shasta, both of which are tied to Lemuria. So we're going to be pulling that energy in and just kind of share the transformational opportunities that are available if you have never been on a retreat. They have been an integral part of my spiritual growth, my own self personally, personal development wise, but also spiritually and as well as my business, right? They can give you that clarity. And so I'm very excited to share that. And also that, there's limited spaces available and they'll fill up fast. And so I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to check it out and see if it's the right fit for you. So sign up for that call. Even if you can't be live, I'll send the replays. And yeah, I look forward to talking with you again soon and perhaps seeing you in person pretty soon, right? How exciting. All right. Bye for now.